now the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia 76ers. At power forward, Kelly Oubre Jr. At the forward position, Paul George. At shooting guard, Quentin Grimes. At the other guard, Tyrese Maxey. At center, Joel Embiid. The head coach of the visiting team is Nick Nurse. Let's meet the Boston Celtics. Starting at point guard, 6'4", number 4. At the center position, standing 7'2", number 8, at guard, 6'4", number 9, Derek. Starting at forward, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. At forward, number 0, Jason Tatum.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Drew Holiday.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Maxey, Kelly Oubre out there with Embiid, then it's Paul George, and it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. And for the Celtics, Holiday in the backcourt, to his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blow, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted. Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player. And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Now, here's Tatum. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. Hits the three-point bomb.
Solid from 3. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
George finds Maxey. Three-pointer. And there's Paul George on the assist by Maxey.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. team's shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And Philadelphia has possession. It's a three-point game. And here's George for three. And Tatum pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, first team foul.
A minute 50 left to play in the first. Tatum no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Doing some damage from the mid-range. Maxey skilled at finding space to let it fly.
To Porzingis. Fires the three. Tatum's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never waned.
George dishes to Oubre. Count it.
Crafty and cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Tatum finds White. Back to Tatum. Shoots the three, and the three ball is good. Tatum's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Boston.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 6. Over Maxey. Tatum's shot is off. And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. Pass to Embiid. Stolen by Holiday. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. The game now all time.
I think Holiday knew there'd be some contact here, so he was ready to outwork it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The 76ers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
At the line for the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good, and the 76ers making a change here. Maxey hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's White. Cranes the three-pointer. White's got 5 now.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center. That's the Boston 5. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Here's Yabusele. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with the team. See the stat sheet here for Kristaps Porzingis.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
Here's Maxey. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Maxey's got his second bucket of the night. Brown drives in and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Here's Grimes. Really disappointing game for him in that loss to Chicago. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Now here's White. They trail by 1. Back to Tatum. Porzingis high post. Outside Tatum. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
He's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Outside, George. Embiid inside. Tatum on him. Shot by Grimes. No good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Tatum's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Oubre finds Maxey. Off target with his 3. Boston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Porzingis passes to Brown. Shot clock at 5. And here's Tatum for 3. That shot missing. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Boston on top, leading by just 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see some go in. It feels good to see him go in early. And it feels good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in what's been a neck-and-neck battle through 2 quarters.
Gotta get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the paint, and it's a problem.
Aren't you sponsored by an allergy medication?
Not yet, and not one that can fix this.
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. B-Ball Stars presents an intriguing Would You Rather about superpowers. Would you rather be able to be invisible or be able to fly, Kenny?
Come on. What's my nickname? I gotta go with Flight. I'm the Jet. Come on, big dog. How about you?
I'm 7'1". This is my superpower. I'm high enough off the ground already. No need to fly. Plus, I have an actual jet, and I have a superpower voice.
Invisible Shaq doesn't work either. Could you imagine size 22 shoes walking all by themselves? I don't think so.
Eddie. That would be funny. You'd be very visible.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Celtics with the lead. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Embiid. George is out there with Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. Pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. And Boston has possession after the Sixers pick up 2. George against Brown. Pass to Holiday. Over in the corner, Porzingis. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And the 76ers making a change here. Yabusele's checked in. And the foul on Jrue Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Oubre up top. He's covered by Brown. Here's Maxey. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Maxey.
Maxey's got 8.
Oh, what a sweet shot by Maxey. Not putting too much behind him.
Tatum's shot is off.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Maxey and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in the second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Coming out to the floor for the 76ers, Bona McCain.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Let's see what you... Keep it going.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Al Horford is checked in for Porzingis. Torrey Craig comes in for Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. Edwards, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Here's White. Shot to stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. White's got 9.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
A 3-ball. And McCain pulls it down. For Philadelphia, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Pass to Yabusele. That 3 off the mark. Here's Pritchard. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The guards are Pritchard and White. Tatum and Horford man the post positions. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Horford gets the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
The kick out to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Didn't think that was going to go in. And the 76ers lead by 2.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer. Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Embiid. Embiid powers it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Tatum kicks to Brown. 1:32 left to play in the final quarter. Lock at 6. Outside Tatum. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Maxey, no good.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Horford finds Tatum. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. George with the ball. Picked up by Brown. From the arc. Here's Grimes. Count it!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
We've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. Some changes for Boston. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. And it's Holiday in for Pritchard. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Now, here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They lead by 4. This one for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game. Well, Brown sees himself as a leader on this team, and he can come up with big points when they need him to.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ballgame.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Timeout call, the Celtics. They're behind by 4. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Tatum finds White. From outside the arc. Rebound by Joel Embiid. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Joel Embiid taking 2 shots.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Here's the 3. Trifecta! And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And here are the 76ers now. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Personal foul. 4-team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Tyrese Maxey. 2 shots.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. PG, congratulations coming into the game. What was the focal point?
Defense. I mean, we still allowed too many points. We got to get better on defense. That was the emphasis coming into today. Defense. It's an area we got to improve. But tonight, our offense got us over the hump.
Any way you get the dub is the good way, so congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.